Welcome to Hubba-Wha, a Muppet quiz show brought to you by ToughPigs.com. It's America's new favorite game show where Muppet fans, Muppet professionals, and everyone in between competes for fabulous prizes and to see who's this week's toughest pig. I'm your host, Evan G. of ToughPigs.com. Today on Hubba-Wha, our contestants will be testing their Muppetational mettle with a series of questions themed around the Muppets' classic musical, The Muppets Take Manhattan. You know, I took Manhattan once, but I had to return it because it didn't fit in my apartment. Not only is The Muppets Take Manhattan a great movie, but we're focusing on it today because our guests are the two hosts of Movin Right Along, another ToughPigs podcast. As many of you know, Ryan and Anthony just finished talking about this movie 2 minutes at a time. So they're definitely Manhattan Melodies masters. But can they succeed at the challenge of Hubba-Wha? As always, these questions were written by me with help from that amazing Muppet resource, Muppet Wiki. And speaking of, let's agree to play fair today. Please don't look at Muppet Wiki or any other resource while playing. We here at Hubba-Wha like a skeeter, not a cheater. So let's get things started. In our first round, we'll meet our contestants. It's a round we like to call To Tell a Face. Contestants, you're going to buzz in to answer 3 questions about yourself. Whoever buzzes in first will get introduced first. Ready? Go. All right, Anthony. So the 3 To Tell a Face questions you are going to get. First of all, what is your name?
Anthony Strand.
All right, there's some points right there. What is your history with the Muppets or with this movie in particular?
Well, this one in particular, my grandma Helen taped it for us off of the Disney Channel when I was a kid. We had a tape with Muppets Take Manhattan, Dumbo, a bunch of episodes of Winnie the Pooh. I don't remember what else, but it was the second thing on the tape after Dumbo. So that was usually when I saw this movie, was after 63 minutes of a baby elephant that can fly for 7 of those minutes.
It's good that Dumbo is such a short movie. They don't make them like that anymore.
No, absolutely not.
I want to ask a question for this particular episode. What's your favorite Manhattan landmark?
It's the New York Public Library, of course, and in particular, the Lion Standing Guard, Patience and Fortitude. I love those guys.
Good choice. All right, so that's 20 points right there. Ryan, for 20 points, let's answer those 3 questions. What's your name?
My name is Ryan Rowe. Did I get it right?
You did, actually.
Okay.
Muppet Wiki says that is your name. What's your history with the Muppets or this movie in particular?
My history with the Muppets is that I've always loved them, starting with when I was a little kid watching Sesame Street. And then my history with this movie is that I can't remember a time when I didn't know and love this movie or when I hadn't seen it. It was just like my parents would just make sure that I had like every Muppet thing that was available on tape for me to watch over and over again. So I did, and I continue to do so to this day. And
lastly, what's your favorite Manhattan landmark?
That is an extremely difficult question. I like Union Square, the park. That's a cool place to just kind of be and sit and be surrounded by New Yorkers.
It's a good choice.
Maybe not a very touristy answer, but yeah, I like it.
Good choice. So nice work. Right now, the score is tied. Ryan has 20 points and Anthony has 20 points. Now, let's move into the second round, a game we like to call What's My Job? Now, The Muppets Take Manhattan is a movie about a lot of different things. It's about Broadway, it's about dreaming, it's about friendship, but also, weirdly, it's largely about jobs. So I'm going to ask you some questions about Muppets and jobs. Each right answer is worth 1 point. Buzz in when you know the answer, but as I like to say, wait until I'm done with the question so our friends at home can play along. All right? So are we ready?
Yes.
Okay. Question 1. What is the Swedish chef's job when we first meet him in this movie? Ryan.
He is presumably working. We assume that this is his job, that he is working at the concession stand at the movie theater where Scooter is working.
Correct.
He's popping to popcorn.
in 3D.
Yes.
Question 2. Who is the first of Kermit's friends to lose their job after saying goodbye? Anthony.
Miss Piggy at Bergdorf Goodman.
Correct. Question 3. Which kind of animals show up looking for jobs at Pete's only to be rejected? Ryan.
Penguins.
Correct.
Excuse us for living.
I do not excuse him.
Question 4. As a doctor of diseases, what 2 things will baby Piggy be able to do? Anthony.
What 2 things? Help you with your sneezes and practice neurosurgery on your brain.
Correct. Question 5. At the makeup counter, Joan Rivers wants to give Piggy doe eyes, like which famous movie character? Ryan.
Bambi.
Correct.
Doe eyes are Bambi eyes, which is not a very helpful clarification.
Also, Bambi isn't a doe.
That's very true. Bambi is a buck? Is that
Yeah.
A buck,
Yeah.
Buckeyes should be Bambi eyes.
Yeah,
Buckeyes
no.
are something completely different.
Yeah.
Question 6. Gonzo's chickens are responsible for which part of his act? Anthony.
Singing, or rather clucking the William Tell Overture in the style of Tony Bennett.
Correct.
In the style of Tony Bennett is such a great joke, I think.
Question 7. While he usually plays the bass guitar, what instrument is Floyd playing during his job as a polka musician? Ryan.
I believe Floyd is playing the glockenspiel.
Incorrect. Anthony for the
Oh.
steal.
Floyd is playing the tuba?
Incorrect. Floyd is playing the accordion.
Oh.
Okay.
Is it Zoot playing the glockenspiel, do you know, or is that a future question? Maybe I should.
It's not a future question. I actually don't remember. I only wrote
Yeah.
down certain things. But
Hmm.
I mean, I can look.
No, that's all right.
But Floyd is definitely playing the accordion.
All I remember is that the band is cooking and wailing.
They are
Yes.
cooking and wailing, both.
So I'm too into the music to notice who's playing what
Oh,
instrument.
you love that polka music. Yeah.
I do. I love it.
Question 8. Miss Piggy claims she learned French because she got a job at which New York landmark? Ryan.
The UN.
Correct.
This is one of those things that I had no memory of before we were watching the movie 2 minutes at a time for our podcast.
Same. I mean, obviously, before I wasn't watching it 2 minutes at a time for your podcast, but I rewatched it to write these questions.
Yeah, and that line just goes by, and I was like, wait a minute, really? She says that?
She does. Question 9. Kermit gets the name Philip Phil by looking at an ad poster outside of Bill, Gil, and Jill's agency. What product is the poster advertising? Ryan.
Zoom along gasoline.
Correct. And now, some math. Question 10. Martin Price wants to get $300 from each of the Muppets in his office. How much money would Martin Price earn if this scheme was successful? Anthony.
$3,300.
Incorrect.
All I know is 11 bowls of Yankee bean soup. That's what I was going by.
Ryan.
I'll just guess $3,600.
Correct.
Oh.
So Camilla doesn't get any soup.
I guess.
Huh. I will say Anthony is really good at just like one thing on our podcast. Anthony often in a group shot, Anthony will count the number of Muppets in the shot, and he'll just be able to reel that off and remember it.
And now, some questions about rats. We all know that Rizzo and his friends work in Pete's kitchen, making breakfast and singing the rat scat. However, do you remember what each of the following rats does to help make breakfast? Question 11, Masterson rat. Anthony.
Masterson runs the egg beater, I believe.
Incorrect. Ryan, can you steal?
These are going to be guesses probably for this round, but Masterson skates around the griddle with the butter on his feet.
Correct.
Oh boy, wow.
Tatooine. Anthony.
Tatooine rides the egg beater like a unicycle.
Incorrect. Ryan.
What, really?
Tatooine pours the what you call it, the bucket of, it's not a bucket, the cup of pancake batter. I'm just trying to remember every gag in that sequence.
Wow, I didn't know Steve Whitmire was in this chat.
Incorrect.
Da.
So the correct answer is Tatooine catches the toast when it pops out of the toaster.
Sure.
Ah.
Also plays the pots and pans, if you consider that a chore, and
Yeah.
sits in the coffee, if you consider that a chore.
I don't think sitting in the coffee is really helping make breakfast, but
I don't know. Maybe they wanted rat coffee.
Stinking it up.
it's their specialty, rat coffee.
Next question. Chester. Anthony.
Chester rides the egg beaters like a unicycle.
Correct.
Oh boy.
Nailed it.
You were going to get it
Nice.
eventually.
I'm so happy for you.
And last but not least, Yolanda ends the segment by serving up 2 zeros on a trampoline with a side of Ryan.
Joan of Arc.
Correct. All right.
Which we, by the way, what did we determine that dish is actually? It's just like
fried
two
eggs, fried eggs on toast, with
toast.
a side of French fries is
There you
clearly
go.
what the Joan of Arc is referring to.
Jonah,
Yes.
That's in very poor taste.
Yes.
Yes, it's
Like-
kind of a cruel bit of diner slang there, but also kind of
Yes.
funny.
Excellent work, contestants. You're both true career men. Now we're entering round 3, which we call the remembering game. It's trivia time. You've watched this movie 2 minutes at a time, but do you remember these specific details? You might ask me, isn't this the same as the last round, except now not job themed? Yes. Each of these questions is worth 1 point. Remember, wait until I finish the question to buzz in. Question 1. What is the second part of Kermit's famous 3-part plan to get Manhattan Melodies on Broadway? Anthony.
It is a whispering campaign at Sardi's.
It is the Whispering Campaign. Question 2. What is the name of the perfume that Miss Piggy is selling at her job? Ryan.
El Difference.
Correct. Quelle différence. It's French. You might also say, isn't that question about a job? Couldn't you have asked it in the last round? Yes. Question 3. Which college do the Muppets graduate from at the beginning of the film? Anthony.
So it's Danhurst College.
Correct.
And it was a running theme on our podcast that we both kept forgetting.
That's why I made it a question on this show.
It was an unintentional running gag because we both kept forgetting, like, is it Dan Horn? Dan,
is it Danny Horn College?
Question 4. What is the special at Pete's Diner that Kermit orders for his friends, and what does it come with? Anthony.
Yankee bean soup with spoon.
Correct. Question 5. What unusual item that few people carry with them to Central Park does the mugger pull out of Miss Piggy's purse? Ryan.
I'm thinking you're probably going for the hacksaw.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think the other stuff is really that unusual.
He pulls many things out of her purse, but yeah, that's probably the most unusual.
Question 6. What is Martin Price's real name? Anthony.
Murray Plotsky.
It is Murray Plotsky.
Mm.
Although if I can be pedantic, we don't know for sure that's his real name and not just a previous alias.
Fair, but I'm not going to redo this
That's
question.
his other name.
Question 7. Obviously, the Sesame Street gang all show up at the end of the movie to go to Kermit and Piggy's wedding. However, where else in the movie do we see one of the Sesame Street characters? Ryan.
Baby Ralph has a Big Bird doll
Correct.
Of course, yeah.
in the I'm Gonna Always Love You number.
Which rubber newspaper does Snookums prefer? Anthony.
The Rubber Washington Post.
Incorrect.
Ah!
Ryan?
Well, so that he prefers the Rubber Wall Street Journal
Correct.
over the Rubber Wall Street.
Yes.
I mean, over the Rubber Washington Post.
You guys made a big deal about that on your podcast, about how the Wall Street Journal is a slightly more like conservative newspaper,
Yes.
and that's why the rich dog likes it. You made a whole deal about it.
Yeah, here's the thing about our podcast. We watch those, at least for me, we watch those 2 minutes at a time. We record some nonsense, and then it's gone.
Yep.
It's like out of
So
my
much
head.
of it.
And that
yeah, so much
episode
of
you
it.
probably recorded like a year ago
Months
at this
ago,
point.
yeah.
Yeah.
Question 9. After a series of defeats, Gonzo suggests the play might need more special effects. What is the example special effect he suggests? Anthony?
Exploding socks,
It is exploding socks.
which is such a like chili pepper tie wacky 90s Gonzo thing. I feel like it's like a harbinger of Muppets Tonight.
It definitely
Yeah.
feels like the herald of 90s Gonzo as the 80s come to a close.
Right. So the exploding socks are the Silver Surfer, is what you're saying.
Yes. And Muppets Tonight is Galactus, Destroyer of Worlds.
Oh, I like that.
Yes.
Question 10. At the hospital, the doctor believes Kermit is which missing nudist? Ryan.
Enrico Tortellini of Passaic, New Jersey.
Correct. Enrico Tortellini. Question 11. During You Can't Take No for an Answer, we see calendar pages flying by to indicate the passage of time. What are the 4 months that Kermit and his friends spend looking for a producer? Anthony.
June, July, August, September.
Correct.
Ooh.
It makes sense when you think about it because they just graduated college.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Question 12. When Kermit and Jenny hear a loud noise, Jenny says it's just New York. What are they actually reacting to? Ryan.
That is Piggy banging on a scaffolding in response to being catcalled.
Correct. I feel like she's banging in response not to being catcalled, but to the Huggies. But
Yes, you're right.
I will give it to you.
It's
anyway.
Piggy banging on a scaffolding and screaming.
Yeah. Question 13. How many bus lockers do the Muppets use as bunks? Anthony.
16?
Incorrect.
Well, I'm going to guess 10.
Incorrect.
Ah,
It's 11. There's 12 Muppets, but Gonzo and Camilla are in the same locker.
12 Muppets. Okay.
Ah,
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. Shortly before their engagement.
Yeah. And question 14. Which Muppet has a New York Jets sticker in their locker? Anthony.
I think it's Rolf.
Incorrect.
Is it Floyd?
Incorrect. It's Scooter.
Oh, sure.
Scooter.
Scooter's the sports fan.
Sure, there's that photo of him with a frisbee that they used to put on everything. Hey, good remembering. Let's take a second and check the score. So right now, Anthony, you have 10 points. And Ryan, you are in the lead with 14 points.
All right.
So it's time for something a little different. We're going to move into a head-to-head round called Beat the Time. In this round, the rules are a little different. We're going to start with Anthony, and you will have to give an answer to my question. Then, after Anthony says an answer to a question, we'll move on to Ryan. Ryan, you'll have to answer that question. We're going to go back and forth until someone gets a question wrong or can't answer. Then your opponent will have the chance to steal. All right? So maybe you haven't heard this, but somebody is getting married. It takes a lot to prepare for a wedding. And according to the song, Somebody's Getting Married, there are 14 things explicitly and directly mentioned that somebody must get. The 14 things that finish the lines starting with somebody get a, or somebody get some, or somebody rent are. So we're going to take turns, starting with Anthony, naming a thing that somebody must get. Anthony.
Flowers.
Correct. Ryan.
Creature.
Correct. Anthony.
Cake.
Correct.
Oh, that was my next one.
Ryan.
Oh, lovely bride.
Correct. Anthony.
Groom.
Incorrect. They never say groom because they
Somebody
get
get the,
cut
somebody
off.
get the, somebody get the, yeah.
Oh.
Right,
Ryan, can you steal?
Oh, an organ to play.
Correct. We'll bounce back to Anthony.
A sweet negligee.
Correct. It's kind of like a nightgown. Ryan.
Oh, champagne.
Correct. Anthony.
Shoes.
Correct. Ryan.
I know it's not booze.
I'm going to let Anthony steal.
Yeah,
Anthony.
go for it.
Rice.
Correct. Ryan.
Oh, would you accept get this wedding underway? Probably not.
I'm not going to...
That's not a thing
I'll
that
let
you need.
guess again. I didn't write that down because it isn't quite the same, but you're right. That is in the song. So you can go again. For the record, there's still 5 things remaining. You guys are bouncing all over the place too.
Yeah,
like, you're
I know.
not
I'm
approaching
trying
these
to
in
think
order.
of it, and the shameful thing is that this was played at the wedding as I walked down the aisle.
It was also played at Anthony's wedding.
At my wedding.
I was
false. It wasn't false.
Oh,
it
wasn't? Okay.
No, we had first time it happens.
Okay. All right.
I'm drawing a blank.
Ryan, I'm going to pass to Anthony.
Yeah.
Presents to take.
Correct. Ryan?
I think I'm out.
Anthony, any others?
A room.
A room.
Rent a room.
Correct. To rhyme with groom.
Which doesn't, yeah. See, that's what I should have gone with when I got that other one.
Ryan, anything else ringing a bell? If not, we're
no,
gonna finish up with Anthony.
I'm trying to go through it and rhyming things with other things, but nothing's coming.
Anthony, there are still 3 things that our wedding needs.
Did we say a choir yet?
We did not.
Okay.
There's 2 more. Eventually, I'm going to just call it if you can't get it quickly.
Somebody get an organ to play. There's so this might be wrong, but like a dress, is that one of them?
They actually don't mention a dress. Just a negligee. Piggy's got her priorities in order. All right, so I'm going to call it.
All right, so go ahead and say it. Yeah.
The last 2 things you missed were, oddly enough, the second and third thing in the song. Somebody get some flowers. Somebody get a ring.
A ring.
Of course.
Somebody get a chapel.
Chapel and
a choir to sing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you missed ring and chapel.
Well, the first one is flowers.
Flowers is the first. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if I had started with that one, I would have been able to get.
Again, I just wrote these down as they were coming in the.
Yeah, no, it's my own fault for trying to think out of order.
I did start with flowers, but in my head it was somebody get some flowers, somebody bake a cake.
Yeah, you jumped ahead.
Yeah, that'll happen.
I jumped ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Anyways, that was fun. I like that one.
Yes, that was a great challenge.
All right. Well, the clock's been beaten. Now we move on to a game we call Mystery Guest. Like all Muppet movies, The Muppets Take Manhattan has a lot of special guest stars, many of whom appeared with the Muppets in other productions. I will tell you another time this celebrity has worked with the Muppets. It might have been before The Muppets Take Manhattan. It might have been after The Muppets Take Manhattan. Your job is to identify the celebrity based on that description. As always, wait to buzz in until my question is finished. And again, each question is worth 1 point. Question 1. She starred in a murder mystery themed episode of The Muppet Show. Anthony.
Liza Minnelli.
Correct. Question 2. She sang For He's a Jolly Good Fellow to help celebrate Kermit the Frog's birthday in a season 4 episode of The Muppet Show. Ryan.
Linda Lavin.
Correct. Question 3. He sang Short People on The Muppet Show, only to be dwarfed by Thog. Ryan.
James Coco.
Correct. In 1977, he was elected mayor of the city where they filmed Sesame Street. Anthony?
Ed Koch.
Correct. Bit of a stretch there.
No, I like it.
Although I love the idea that it's like Gregory Hines or something.
Yeah. Who was elected mayor? Oh, it was, Brooke Shields. All right. Question 5. He played Cosmo Scam, boss of the Frackles, and Santa Claus in The Great Santa Claus Switch, one of the Muppets' first TV specials. Anthony.
Art Carney.
Correct. The Muppet movie is dedicated to her late husband. Ryan.
Francis Bergen.
Correct. Question 7. She once tweeted that there was no way that Bert and Ernie were gay because they hadn't changed their outfits in 25 years. Anthony.
It's got to be Joan Rivers.
It is Joan Rivers. On The Muppet Show, Bunsen accidentally made her too big to leave her dressing room. Anthony.
That one is Mayor Brooke Shields.
That one is Mayor Brooke Shields. Question 9. She served as a choreographer on Dark Crystal and Labyrinth. Ryan.
Gates McFadden.
That is Gates McFadden. Who I don't think really counted as a celebrity cameo at the time.
Right. No, not at all. She's not even credited as Gates McFadden.
Yeah, but it counts now.
Right.
Question 10. Frank Oz directed him here, but he had previously directed Frank Oz in films like An American Werewolf in London. Anthony.
John Landis.
Correct. And last special guest question. He appeared on a weirdly seductive TV Week cover with Grover to promote the electric company's Out to Lunch special. Anthony.
It's Elliot Gould.
That sure is Elliot Gould. We'll be sure to post a picture of that cover in the show notes.
I really admire that you got it right and said TV Week, because people call that thing a TV guide cover.
I looked to confirm before I wrote the question. Yeah. I want to be accurate.
Sure.
All right. Well, Gould's work, everybody.
I would have assumed it was TV Guide.
Now we move into the crying game. Yes, we have a crying game here. Saying goodbye isn't so bad, but remembering goodbyes can be. This special section is entirely about saying goodbye. You know it by now. Each of these questions is worth 1 point, and don't buzz in until I finish the question. Get ready to cry. The Muppets each leave New York via a different mode of transportation. For each of the following Muppets, identify which type of transportation they use. Number 1, Miss Piggy. Anthony.
A train.
Correct. Question 2. Scooter. Anthony.
A bicycle.
A bicycle. You'd think it would be a scooter.
Oh. Has Scooter ever ridden a scooter?
Not to my knowledge. And I feel like it's pretty easy to remember because there was a period where he was in nothing. So,
Yes.
question 3, Gonzo and Camilla. Ryan.
A pickup truck.
Yeah, they're in the back of a truck. Rolf the dog. Anthony.
A Greyhound bus.
Correct. You know, aside, I believe it's on Kermit Unpigged. Yeah, because that has On Broadway. Clifford mentions a Greyhound bus when he's singing On Broadway. And as a child, I had never heard of the Greyhound bus. So for years, I believed that Clifford was supposed to be a greyhound, like that type of animal. And that was why he mentioned a Greyhound bus.
Yeah, like Kermit would take a frog bus.
Yeah,
Clifford
exactly.
would take a Greyhound bus.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not like Clifford is recognizable as anything.
No.
Right.
Question 5, the Electric Mayhem. Anthony.
Hitchhiking.
Correct. And lastly, Fozzie Bear. Ryan.
A train.
Can you be, I'm going to give you the points anyway, but can you be more specific? What type of train?
It's like a cargo train. Like he's hopping the rails. He did not buy a ticket.
Yeah. I still would have given you the points either way, but
Yeah.
All right.
Nobody yellow cabbed it. I just realized they're hitchhiking and busing, but no one yellow cabs it.
No. And like, I guess none of them go that far. Speaking of, though, for each of the following Muppets, identify the state where they end up. Number 1, Miss Piggy. Anthony.
New York.
Yeah, that one's easy. Number 2, Scooter. Anthony.
Ohio.
Correct. Number 3, Fozzie. Ryan.
Maine.
Correct. Number 4, the Electric Mayhem. Ryan.
Pennsylvania.
Correct.
Oh, good.
Number 5, Gonzo. Anthony.
Michigan.
Correct. And last but not least, Rolf the dog. Ryan.
Delaware.
Correct. Man, I really thought those would be harder.
Well, that's the kind of thing that we actually did notice when we were.
If anyone was gonna know, it was you
podcasting.
two.
Right. Every time we got a new postcard, we're just like, let's talk about Cleveland. Let's talk about Pittsburgh or whatever, you know? So.
All right. Well, we're coming up on the end of our show, but now the points are even bigger. This round is the Anything in the World prize game because you two are now able to ask me anything in the world, or should I say anything in the world of the Muppets Take Manhattan. This is your chance to ask me a question about the movie. If you stump me, you earn 10 points. So let's start with Ryan this time. Ryan, do you have a Stump the Host question?
Yes. My question is, how many people are listed in the credits as Piggy's stunt double?
3.
That's right. I guess that one wasn't as hard as I thought it was.
You know why? I remember your podcast.
Wow. Thanks for listening.
I loved the whole episode about the different skaters who played Miss Piggy, and I think about it every time I watch this movie now.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's great. Yeah. That was all Ryan. I can't take credit for any of that. So here's before I start, tell me if this question doesn't count, and if so, I have a separate one.
I'm sure it's fine.
Okay, so the first two Muppet movies featured exclusively characters who were already introduced in previous Muppet productions. This one introduces, by my count, 8 new named characters. Yolanda is certainly the most prominent of these. She has continued appearing in Muppet productions, but she was only played by Karen Prell one more time after Muppets Take Manhattan. Can you name Karen Prell's other performance as Yolanda?
Ooh, that's a good question. See, because I know that Julianne Boucher first played her in Muppet Classic Theater, which was was a favorite of mine as a child.
It's a favorite of my wife's as an adult.
And in my mind, she was always Yolanda. And I didn't understand why people were like, this is a different voice when Muppets 2015 started.
Sure.
I am going to guess, and I can't look. It's one of the Muppets Viewmaster video games. I think You're the Director.
That's a good guess. Camille Bonara actually plays her in You're the Director.
I love how I remembered that Yolanda was in the Muppets Viewmaster game. You're the Director.
That is impressive.
Right, but the correct answer is the Muppet Show on Tour 2nd edition live show.
All right. Well, Anthony does get 10 points then. I will count that. Anthony, before we move into the final round, I'm curious. You said there are 8 new named characters, so 7 plus
Correct.
Yolanda. So
yes.
Let's see if we can get those.
I thought that's what the question was going to be.
I can think of Chester, Masterson, Tatooey, Bill, Gil, and Jill. And then we're missing one. Is it Beth? Are you counting Beth?
And Beth. Okay. Yeah, I'm counting Beth. I mean, she has a name. She has a name. Came back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't do a ton in the movie, but yeah, she has a name. I guess.
Right. As opposed to Chester and Tatooey.
Oh yeah, they do a ton. Listen,
Right.
everybody loves the rat who always sneezes. That was such a hilarious gimmick for a character. Like,
it's so good.
Really relatable. Fozzie loves to tell jokes, and the rat loves to sneeze.
Yeah, I've sneezed many times in my life, so I can relate.
I have too, yeah.
All right. So we're going to move into the final round here, our final high stakes round. It's called Say the Word, or in this case, words. In this round, you can wager any amount of points, and the winner gets those points. So just to let you know the score that we're looking at, Anthony, you have 52 points. Ryan, you have 46 points. So it's fairly close. So this is a weird one. Do you guys remember Pete? The first time he meets Kermit, he gives an iconic pep talk about people and the city. What I'm going to ask you guys to do is, from memory, type Pete's speech. It's 11 sentences. Whoever gets it closest will win the points this round. So I'll give you time. I'm going to cut this out of the audio, the waiting part. I'll give you time to type it as best as you can, and also let me know how many points you're betting. Whoever gets it closest is going to win.
So we can bet as many of the points that we
have. Yeah. It's just Final Jeopardy.
To the maximum number of points that we have.
Yes, it's the same rules as Final Jeopardy. I just gave it a different name so it had the same name as a Guy Smiley show.
Sure, yeah.
Ryan's taking this very seriously. He's got to win.
Yeah, I knew from the second you asked the question that Ryan remembers more of this than I.
I don't think I do. Okay, I don't know.
Okay. Anthony, would you like to read what you wrote as Pete's speech? Do your best Pete impression.
All right. I wrote very little because I remember very little. And I'm sure once you say it, I'll remember it. All I put was Peoples is peoples. Is water boiling? Is potatoes? Is people.
All right. Ryan.
I tell you what is. Okay? Is big city. Is lights. Is buildings. But not city open. Is peoples. Peoples is peoples. Okay? Peoples is peoples. I know I left stuff out of that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to figure out. I think by default Ryan has to get closest, but neither of you are super close.
Yeah,
you're all combining different speeches.
Right, because he does it twice. Yeah,
he does it three times actually.
Yeah, a few different speeches.
Because there's the initial pep talk. There's the letter. He calms. He does it four times, I would say. Initial pep talk. He tells Kermit when he hires him about working, right? About what his job is. Or does he say it to Rizzo? There's one about working. Right. Then there's one he does to calm down Jenny and Miss Piggy. And then there's his telegram. And you guys are combining elements of all of those things. So
right, yeah.
The one I was looking for is, hey, I tell you what is. Big city, live, work, but not city only. Only peoples. Peoples is peoples. No is buildings. Is tomatoes, Is peoples. Is dancing.
Tomatoes.
Is music. Is potatoes. So peoples is peoples. Okay? So neither of you got it. But Ryan has more of the correct phrases. He's got
right, yeah.
Tell you what is. He's got he has too many okays, but he has okays. He has the buildings, but the lights don't show up, I believe, until the telegram. And the water boiling is when Pete is calming down Piggy and Jenny. Yeah, because he's saying like it's still okay. There's still water boiling and stuff. So I'm going to give this to Ryan. Anthony, you bet 0 points. So you have earned or lost 0 points. And Ryan, you bet 8 points. So you are up to 54, putting you 2 points ahead of Anthony and making you this week's champion and this week's toughest pig. So congratulations, Ryan. You win your choice of one of two fabulous prizes. Either an all expenses paid trip to a bear cave in Maine, or this picture of our favorite wedding guest, Mildred Huckstetter. Ryan?
Well, I have to take the Mildred picture.
All right. I will send that your way.
That's amazing.
And that brings us to the end of another one. Anthony, Ryan, where can people find you if you wish to be found? Anthony, why don't you start?
You can find me occasionally writing for ToughPigs.com, not nearly as much as Ryan. And someday you'll be able to hear us on another season of Movin Right Along. And you can also follow me on Letterboxd, the movie review social media site, at Zeppo Marxist. You can usually find me talking about some nonsense there.
All right. And Ryan?
You can find myself on Twitter at @MeRyanRowe. I'm also on Letterboxd. There I am at Movies Are Neat. I do write relatively regularly for toughpigs.com. And if you haven't, if for some reason you're listening to this podcast and you haven't heard our past seasons and episodes of Movin Right Along, then we got 3 whole movies of Muppet minutia and nerdiness there for you to listen to. So.
And I am so excited for Muppet Christmas Carol,
yes,
a movie that I believe has no shortage of things to talk about, as anyone who's read my writing on Tough Pigs will know.
Yeah, it's going to be a little different than the last 3, but it's going to be fun to jump into.
And of course, you can find Tough Pigs at toughpigs.com or at Tough Pigs on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And hey, if you like our work, consider donating to the Tough Pigs Patreon, where you can get even more exclusive free stuff. So thanks again for being with us on Hubba-Wha, the Muppet Quiz Show. And as always, Bill the Frog has ears, and that's very weird.